Hey everyone, I have a very exciting video because I finally get to review the new Roen Kiss My liquid lip balms. I have been so excited for these because I just love anything that's described as a lip balm. They looked absolutely beautiful. The shades look spot on, so I was really thrilled to be able to try them. Thank you, Roen, for sending over these products. I reached out to them on a whim, just hoping that maybe they would want to send me them, and they said yes. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Not only did they do that, but they sent over their 75 degrees warm palette, and they sent over their disco eyeshadow, which is like the sort of powder chunky foiled eyeshadow. So that officially completes my collection of all of the eye and lip products. I just don't have their brow pencil. Moving into the liquid lip balms, I have been testing these out for a week, and so now I'm super stoked to share my thoughts. We have the shade Remi, which is a neutral light beigey nude, Charli, which is a dusty rose, and Scout, which is a purple berry. I really don't like when the description of products doesn't match the actual product itself or the performance, and I feel like Rowan's really, really good at nailing the marketing and nailing the descriptions. This really is a liquid lip balm. It is not like a high shine, glossy finish. It's not sticky. It actually is incredibly hydrating and nourishing. I find that I can replace a regular lip balm with these, and I find that my lips feel very soft and pretty much just as they would wearing like the Fit Glow lip serum. One of the great things about these is it's just kind of like a more luxurious high-end lip balm experience, so that you can get a little bit of color that's pretty foolproof, but it feels so much more luxe than just putting on a lip balm. What I was so stoked about when I first tried these was how similar they are to the Fit Glow lip serums. If you've tried the Fit Glow lip serums, you know how addictive those are. But they're $42, and so a lot of times shelling out $42 for one lip product is like a little intense. So I would say if you've been wanting to get your hands on the Fit Glow lip serums, but you didn't want to spend that much money, these retail for $26 each, which is great. And they have a very comparable texture and performance. The only difference to me, aside from the price, is the scent. The scent of these is a very fresh, light peppermint scent, which comes from peppermint oil. I can smell it when I first put it on my lips, but it dissipates very quickly. I've had on the shade Remi on my lips now for about 30 minutes, and I would say the scent only lasted a few minutes. So if you don't like peppermints, if you don't like the scent of mint, don't even worry about it. It goes away really fast, and you're left with like a plush, cushiony experience with a little bit of color and a lot of nourishment. The Roen liquid lip balms contain avocado oil, mango seed butter, coconut oil, and peppermint oil, as well as a bunch of other oils. Even though they have so many oils in them, they don't at all feel oily. I personally don't usually love lip oils because I find that they're so thin that they just either last for like 5 minutes and then they're gone, or they kind of slide around my lips. Like the Tower 28 lip jellies are just a little bit too slippery for me. Any like lip oil on the market just generally isn't my jam. So even though these have a lot of oils in them, it really feels more like a butter, or like a very plush, slightly thick butter balm. If you haven't tried a liquid lip balm, I probably sound insane trying to describe it. So let's just get into the swatches. First, I'll start with my hand, and then we'll go to the lips. First up is the shade Remi, which is described as like a glossy nude. The next up is the shade Charli, which is probably my favorite. It is a lovely dusty nude. Charli is definitely my favorite because I tend to reach for kind of like mid-tone pinks or dusty rose colors. As you can see, my lips don't really have a lot of color to them, so I do like to add a little bit of color rather than a lot of people who like to kind of blank out their lips. So Charli's definitely been my go-to. And then the last one is the shade Scout, which is a deep berry, but I find that it actually pulls more purple than most berry shades I've seen. I feel like a lot of berry shades are described as berry and they have a little bit of red, but this really is like a deep purple to me. So these are the three shades. This is the shade Remi. It's a light nude shade that's pretty neutral, I think. It has a little bit of pink to it. There's a little bit of yellow to it. And I love that it's not too yellow because I find that most nudes are way too yellow on my skin tone and it ends up making me look kind of dead. But this is right in the middle and I think is a great nude. Charli is a beautiful dusty rose. It's honestly my perfect shade because it adds a little bit of color without looking too makeup-y. It honestly just makes me look like I have kind of perfect lips. Charli is just the best shade. I can't stop wearing it. I'm totally addicted to it. I've been wearing it every single day. The shade Scout is a deep berry that definitely leans pretty purple, but I find that because it's so sheer on the first layer, it actually is super wearable even if you have lighter skin like I do, and you can definitely build it up. This is Scout with a second layer, so you can build it up to be a little bit more pigmented. I wouldn't build it up this much. I like just putting on a little bit and then smudging it around my lips because it's so effortless and beautiful, but you can build up the opacity if you want. I don't find that these migrate on my lips at all. I find that even if the color kind of starts to fade after about maybe 30 minutes, I still feel the balminess after an hour. Like I can still rub my lips together and the balm is still there even if the color isn't. And that's what I think is so great about these. You know, most liquid balms would just rub off and then they're gone. But this, even more so than the Fit Glow Lip Serum, leaves behind more of that nourishment. The Fit Glow Lip Serums, once they're off your lips, they're off your lips, but these actually stay for quite a while. So now I'm gonna see if I can do some swatches trying to compare these shades to other shades in my collection. First up, I'm gonna try to compare the color Remi. The closest color match to Remi I have in my collection is the Kosas Wet Oil Lip Gloss in the shade Dip. They're very similar. This is Remi. This is the Kosas Wet Oil Lip Gloss. The texture is completely different, but the colors are very, very similar. The Kosas one just pulls maybe a little bit more yellowy nude, and Remi is a little bit more, has a little bit more pink. Next up, I'm going to compare Roen Charli to the Fit Glow Lip Serum in the shade Buff. Roen's Charli's on the left and Fit Glow Buff is on the right. These are very similar. Buff is just ever so slightly lighter and Charli is a little bit darker, but Charli is a little bit more sheer and the Fit Glow one is a little bit more opaque. So on the lips, they actually end up looking nearly identical. Also have a budget dupe, which is the Han Cosmetics Lip Gloss in Nude Rose, which is right here. Also very similar, but it has a little bit more of that dustiness to it, a little bit more gray versus Charli and Fit Glow Buff. Lastly, we have the shade Scout, which is that deep purple berry shade. I have next to it on the right the Fit Glow Lip Serum in the shade Deep, which definitely pulls a little bit more red with some brown. And then to the left of Scout is the New Evolution Gloss in the shade Velvet, which just has a little bit more pink. So Scout is definitely the most purple lip product that I have in my collection. Honestly, I have zero complaints about this product. Absolutely none. If I had to pick one, it would be that they don't come in more shades. I would love for them to come out with like a juicy corally red that's like perfect for summer or something like that. But honestly, I think that the product, the texture, the feel, the scent, the shades, the price, 10 out of 10, totally addicted. Been wearing these every day for a week and I can't stop. For those of you who care about being more thoughtful with the brands that you purchase products from, Roen did support the Black Lives Matter movement on social media, and they also released a statement saying that all of the profits from their products from I think last weekend were going to be donated to Black Lives Matter, and that they were making a conscious effort to increase diversity amongst their staff. So I was really happy to see that from Roen. I know that they're a new brand and a very small team, so I wasn't expecting them to like come out and donate $100,000 or anything like that. But I'm really pleased that they did take the first few steps to show support and show that they care. Thank you again to Roen for sending me these products. Let me know if you guys have tried them in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts. I know it was like a little bit all over the place trying to describe what a liquid lip balm feels like if you haven't tried it, but I hope if you end up trying these that you kind of get what I was trying to say. But thank you for sticking around and watching this very rambly video. I hope you all are having a nice day, and I'm sending you all lots of love.